Hey everyone, today I'm going to make tortellini soup for you guys. I was lucky enough to be a part of the Soupilicious Collab this month, and it's just a bunch of ladies on YouTube who got together and decided to do a soup recipe a day. So I'm going to go ahead and list all those ladies in the description box below with a link to their channel. You can check out their channels and find their soup recipe. We're doing tortellini soup. This is a recipe that I got from some ladies at my church. We love it. It is a family favorite of ours. We serve it for all of our guests that come. It's one of our go-to meals for them. My kids absolutely love it. It's probably our favorite soup recipe that we've been making here at our house. So I hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to get started. I'm going to show you what you're going to need to make it. Okay, so the ingredients you're going to need for tortellini soup are mild Italian sausage. This is a 1/3 cup of chopped onion, Italian seasoning, 2 cans of petite diced tomatoes, 1 can of chickpeas, about 1.5 boxes to 2 boxes of chicken stock. I use about 3/4 box of the chopped spinach, frozen, and then 2 bags of tortellinis. Okay, we're going to start by adding the onion to the pot and then our Italian sausage. So we're just going to brown the Italian sausage and the onion together, and then I will show you what we do after we get that all browned up. So I just pull it apart here. I do it on about medium. And we'll just let that brown up. Okay, so the sausage is browned and the onions have caramelized and oh, it smells so good. We're going to add in our tomatoes. You're going to add in the juice and everything because that's going to help make your broth. Tomatoes. We're also going to add in our can of chickpeas right now. And I drain off about half of the liquid off that. Now my husband would tell you to leave all the liquid in because it helps make the broth. I prefer to drain off half of it, so it's just a matter of what you prefer. So then we're going to add in our chicken broth. These things take forever. See if I can give it a little encouragement. There we go. And I'm going to start by probably adding in, well, I'm going to add in the entire second. We've got people coming over and this has to go pretty far. So I guess depending on how many you're serving, you can do 1/2 carton, 1.5 cartons, or you can do 2 full cartons. So now I'm going to let all of that heat together a little bit before I add in my frozen spinach. I just kind of thawed that out in the microwave because it was a really solid frozen block and I only need to use about 3/4 of it. Okay, this is really starting to heat up, so I'm going to add in my, let me see here. This is so challenging to do one-handed. My block of spinach. So that will melt here in just a couple of minutes. And so I'm going to add in my Italian seasoning now, and I do not have an exact measurement for that. All I really do is just sprinkle it across the top of the soup. You really can't go wrong. And that looks about right, so you can kind of get an idea of how much I sprinkle in there. Just a thin layer across the top. I'll taste it later and decide if it needs more. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. And right before I serve it, like 5 to 7 minutes before I serve it, I'm going to add in my tortellinis. If you add those in now or earlier than that, they're going to get really soft and kind of smushy, and not a texture I would prefer to serve. So those are the very last thing I drop in. He just arrived, so I'm going to go ahead and drop the noodles in. And in 5 to 10 minutes, lunch will be ready. Ah, flying noodles. And just give it a stir. And now it is time to serve. You can see the bowls right back there that we've already prepared. We like to throw a piece of cheese on top. It melts, it's delicious. We also serve this with a loaf of French bread. Oh, it's so good.
French bread's in the oven.
So what's the verdict?
Delicious.
Delicious?
It's the best.
It is a really good soup. All right, there it is, tortellini soup. I'm gonna sit down and enjoy mine. I'm excited.